But if you want to stay somewhere that's professional, okay, I'm excited. Hey y'all, you seen the title of the video. Your girl is back here with another story time. If you to my channel, hey girl, hey. If you're a returning subscriber, I don't have to say anything because you know what's up, I know what's up, we know what's up, and that's on what? That's on what? That's on period and Mary Had a Lamb. As y'all can see by the title and the thumbnail, your girl is back again with the story time. And y'all, I honestly I couldn't wait to do the story time. I could not wait to do this story time because the day that this happened, I was just like, I can already tell this is gonna progress in a way that I'm gonna need to let my girls know about it. So yeah, y'all, I'm excited. But hey y'all, did y'all miss me? Did y'all miss me? Because I feel like I truly been gone. Like usually when I'm off social media, I still be on social media. I just don't be posting on YouTube. But y'all, for the last 10 days, I have not been tapped in on YouTube. I haven't been posting. I haven't been up to date. I haven't been keeping up with anything. I'm just now getting back home and trying to get back into my routine. So I was just like, let me go ahead and give y'all this story time so I can go ahead and move on with the rest of my content. Oh yeah, happy New Year's, y'all. Happy New Year's. Thank you so much for supporting me in 2025. In 2026, I am going to be taking YouTube seriously. I'm going to start posting more regularly. I'm going to come up with a schedule, y'all, and we're going to lock in this year. This year is going to be the year that we hit 100K because typically I be playing, y'all. I post when I want to post. I don't post when I don't want to post, but I'm locking in 2026, okay? Okay, and I hope y'all had a good 2025 and cheers to the New Year's, girl. But girl, let's go ahead and get into it. Oh, also, I'm getting ready to go out. Me and my man, we're going out to a event at his job. So I'm about to get ready and do my makeup. But I'm gonna be giving y'all this story time while I'm doing my makeup. Oh, I do want to go ahead and give y'all a disclaimer because a few of y'all that follow me over on Instagram, y'all was like, Asia, where's your ring? Where's your ring? Like, is there a destruction in paradise? Like, what's going on, girl? That's what this story time is about. This story time is about, I don't even know what to title this story time. It's pretty much about how I can't give it to y'all like that because I feel like if I just tell y'all like this, you're gonna be like, Asia, that's on you and that's your fault, which it is my fault, but I'm just gonna get into the story and we're gonna circle back around. So y'all, this story time is going to be about how I misplaced my ring when I was in Ghana. I just got back from Ghana a few days ago and I left my ring somewhere inside of an Airbnb and I know exactly where I left it. I know how I left it. I know where I left it at, but the housekeeping, they claim they did not see my ring. So that's what this story time is going to be about. And from the very beginning, y'all, it was just problem after problem after problem. So yeah, girl, let's get into it. So I'm going to be doing my makeup and we're going to be doing a little get ready with me. Okay then, excuse me. But yeah, y'all, let's go ahead and start from the beginning. So I was in Ghana for the Detty, that's in December. I went to Ghana for the Detty December and I spent a week there by myself. I did a solo, not a week, I would say I spent like 4 to 5 days there by myself. Before any of my travel babe trips, I always go a little bit before the group, or I try to go before the group just so I can get acclimated with the country. And if it's a country that's really been on my bucket list, I like to go and just, you know, let my hair down. So I went first for a week, and before like honestly y'all, as soon as I got there, I was already outside. Like day one, I was so excited. I had so much built up dopamine that I just wanted to be like outside. I didn't want to be in my hotel for like a second. So this trip was literally a trip where I didn't get any sleep on this trip, y'all. So day one, I went outside and I met a few girls and they were already telling us that you need to be careful with your belongings because they were stealing phones really bad. They said there was a lot of phones that were going missing. They were stealing phones out of people's pockets, out of their purses. They were picking phones real bad. And if y'all know, Ghana in December is like Miami during spring break. Like everybody and their mama's there. So I'm like, okay, let me be mindful about where I sit my things down at. Let me just be mindful. So throughout like the first couple of days that I was there, people was telling me about like different little experiences that they were having. Also, let me give a disclaimer because I feel like anytime somebody tell you about a bad experience in a country, y'all just think that that represents the country altogether. Disclaimer, this is separate from the situation that happened with me losing my engagement ring. I love Ghana down. Like I'm tracking flights now to go back to Ghana. Like Ghana was a time. This has nothing to do with the country. This has nothing to do with the people. I love Ghana. Ghana was a time. This is a separate situation that happened. and I'm just giving y'all the story because really I want y'all to report this listing, and y'all know I don't do that. Anytime I make story times, I don't disclose the identities of anybody in the story times. I don't disclose places or people. I keep everything confidential because I don't like people to go bash people. But the way this situation played out and the way Airbnb handled it, I want y'all to go and report this listing if y'all feel fit. I'm gonna give y'all the story, and by the end of the story, y'all can report the listing. I'm gonna link it down below. Anyway, back to where I was at. During the first couple of days of my trips, I was like meeting people and mingling, and it was a common consensus that people knew that they had to be on high alert when it came to their belongings. It didn't have anything to do with the locals or the Ghanaian people because everyone was friendly, y'all. I was really having a time, but that was something that people were saying that they were losing their phone. So anytime somebody around me lost their phone, I was putting little reminders in the group chat saying like, y'all, just a little reminder, be careful because such and such phone got stolen. This happened at this place. I had met a girl and she said she went to Mood. She went to Mood and she said everybody except for one person in her party, they were drinking and they were hospitalized. They said they were drinking and they end up blacking out and they end up having to go to the hospital. And everybody except the one person that did not drink at this club, she was okay. So I'm taking heed and I'm taking note of all of this, y'all. So fast forward, day one. Oh, I should do my eyebrows first. Y'all just be doing stuff. Hold on, let me do my brows. Day one, into the trip, check in for the Airbnb was we were staying at a hotel, but it was like booked through Airbnb. It was kind of like a bed and breakfast type of hotel, y'all. And keep in mind, we're staying in one of the most wealthiest areas in Accra. Like, this is not an area where you have to watch out for anything. There's cameras, there's security. They have literally a metal detector before you enter the property. The property is beautiful. Nothing is wrong with the property itself. It's just the people that work there were just very unprofessional. So day one, check-in is at 4 o'clock, but prior to us checking in, I had already wrote the host and I asked her, is it okay if me and the girls come by and we drop off some of our bags? Like, we just drop it off at the reception office while we like kill time, you know, go get something to eat. She said, yeah, no problem. Me and the girls, we came to the hotel on the 26th and I think it was like at 8, it was either between 8 or 9 in the morning. We had our driver take us there to drop our bags off. When we got there, we were greeted by 2 receptionists. We're gonna name one receptionist. What are we gonna name her? We're gonna name the first receptionist. I don't even know. Do I need to be petty? I'm not gonna be petty. We just gonna name her Cindy, y'all. We're gonna name her Cindy, and we're gonna name the second receptionist Ken. We're gonna name him Ken, y'all. Cindy and Ken. Ken is the guy and Cindy is a girl. They greeted us, and I didn't see the host. The host, we're gonna call her Frog. We're gonna call her Frog, and then we're gonna call her husband Toad. We just gonna do that. Fraud is the host. Toad is her husband. Cindy is one of the receptionists, and Ken is a male receptionist. So they greeted us. They told us that we can leave our bags right there. We were like mingling with other people that stayed at the hotel. We were asking them how they stayed in. They said they had a great stay. Like, everything was going well. The driver came after like 30 minutes of us waiting there, and he took us to go get food. He took us to the Mercola market. He took us around the city for a little bit just to kill time. Fast forward, we came back to the hotel at 5 o'clock. And mind you, check-in, y'all, check-in is at 4 o'clock. We got back at 5 o'clock. By this time, we're hot, we're sweaty. Because if y'all don't know what the Mercola market is, this is the market, y'all. It's a whole bunch of people out there. We're like in 90-degree weather. Keep in mind, some of the girls had just traveled for the last 20 hours. They're just getting to Ghana. Like, they just traveled for hours and hours, haven't taken a shower yet. So the first thing we want to do is check in, take a shower, relax before we get our night started. Like, the only thing we had on the itinerary that night was literally, I think, dinner. And I was like, if y'all want to go out, we can be outside. But it wasn't set for us to go outside. So boom. We get back to the hotel and we see that our bags are still sitting there. They told us that they were going to take our bags to our room at 4 o'clock once. Who is this? Let me go ahead and write these people back. Okay. My bad, y'all. Okay, so they was just like, they'll go ahead and move our bags to our room for us. So when I get back, I still see my bags are right in front of the elevator, still in the front of the lobby. So we sit down. Frog comes. Mind you, Frog is the host. She's the host. She comes up to us and she's asking us like, oh, how you guys are doing? We're like, oh, we're doing good. And she was just like, I'm so happy that you guys are here. Like, where are you from? Just asking us like, you know, small talk questions. And then she goes, we have a little bit of a problem. We have a good problem. We have a bad problem. And immediately, y'all, my spirit like leaves my body. I'm just like, what is it? Like, tell me the bad stuff first and then tell me the good stuff second. Like, just tell me what it is. So she goes, we had a problem in the room that you booked. It's not available. It's no longer available. We overbooked. So I paused and I'm like, in my brain, y'all, my brain's spinning. I'm like, overbook? Like an airline overbook? Like you buy a ticket for a party overbook? Like, what do you mean you overbook? But I don't say anything. I'm just like, excuse me? She's like, yeah, we overbook. I'm so sorry, we overbooked. We have one less bedroom and one less bathroom. And for the inconvenience, I can offer you guys dinner on us. And she's very upbeat, like trying to just slide this in there. Like she didn't just tell us that what we booked was no longer available. Mind you, we had checked in at 8 a.m. that morning. We brought our bags. So you knew that this room wasn't available at 8 a.m. But you waited until 5 o'clock in the afternoon to let us know that the room that I initially booked was not available. So I'm looking at her like, do I look like the type to exchange a bed and a bathroom for food? If I want food, I'll buy food. Like, do I look like that type? And yes, y'all, I look like that type. But I didn't say anything. I was just like, okay, we'll discuss later. Like, I'll discuss this later or whatever. I was just trying to keep it cute because I wasn't going to sit there in the lobby and barter food in exchange for an accommodation. Like, are we in a village? Like, what are we talking about? I'm about to barter food with accommodation. Like, I wasn't about to do that right then and there. I just honestly wanted to get to the room and I kind of wanted to talk to my girls to see how they were feeling about it. So we get to the room, y'all, and one of the girls is from St. Louis. And if y'all know any people from St. Louis, they don't play. So immediately she's pissed. She's going off. And I'm just like, I'm going to talk to her. I personally don't think dinner on us is okay. That's not an okay, for inconvenience. Like, you can't just be like, oh, dinner on me and that's the inconvenience. Like, no, that's not enough reparation for me. So I'm like, I'm gonna go and talk to her and like, I'll let y'all know what she said. Like 5 minutes of talking to the girls, I go to the rooftop to go talk to the owner, Frog. When I get there, y'all, I find out, I bump into the receptionist. The receptionist, Cindy. I bump into her and I'm already recording, y'all, because I need to protect myself. I don't want somebody to tell me something else and then somebody say something else. So when I get into the elevator, there's a glass, like the elevator has a mirror and then there's a big mirror inside the elevator. I'm already recording on my phone because I'm going to record the conversation just in case I need to report this later. So I'm recording on my phone. I bump into Cindy. I'm like, hey, Cindy, I'm looking for Frog. Where's Frog at? She was like, oh, I don't really know where Frog at. Is there anything I can help you with? No, baby girl, I need to speak to the manager. I need to speak to somebody over you because you're not able to like help me with anything. Like, I need to discuss who I booked this accommodation with. That's who I need to discuss it with. So she's just like, oh, I don't know where Frog is at, but I can call and I'll find out. So she calls Frog and they're speaking in, I don't know if they were speaking in Tree because there's so many languages in Ghana, but they were speaking in their language, y'all, and I couldn't understand what she was saying, but I was able to pick up a few words. She saw the reflection of my phone, like she saw that I was recording, and I like phone, I don't know what phone in English in Tree is, but I understood the word phone, y'all. So she basically told her like, hey, be careful because she's recording. Like, she told her that on the phone, and I could tell that she saw that because she was like looking at my reflection in the mirror. So I'm just like, did you find her? She's like, no, I think she's on the rooftop. I'll walk you there, knowing damn well you already knew where she was at because you was going to go meet her. So I get there, basically get ready to tell her like, hey, due to the inconvenience, I'm not going to be able to accept just one dinner. I'll accept 2 dinners because I'm a big bag. We'll accept 2 dinners, 2 breakfasts, and a couple of drinks. So immediately, y'all, she's apologizing profusely. She's just like, oh my gosh, yes, we owe you that. I am so sorry. This has never happened before. Like, we have never had an overbooking before. Like, like I'm just so sorry. Like, she's apologizing so much, and she's asking me like how my flight was. Is there anything else we can do for you? Basically, she's saying that anything that I wanted or anything I proposed, 9 out of 10, she'll be able to do it for us. So I'm just like, no, the 2 dinners, the 2 breakfasts, and a few drinks, like drinks with our meals, that's completely fine. Like, that handles it. So immediately after that, keep in mind, y'all, I'm having this discussion with her open. Literally, Frog is there, Toad is there, and his mother-in-law is there, and also Cindy is there. And Cindy is like basically standing like right behind me to see if I was still recording. I had accidentally stopped the record button, or else I would be inserting the recording in here, y'all, but I accidentally like stopped the record button once I got there because I was sitting there talking to them for like maybe like 10 minutes. After that, Cindy ends up giving me a tour of the property, and I'm not gonna lie, y'all, the property was beautiful. They had high-tech decor, modern decor, VIP lounges, security cameras. Like, the property was gorgeous. It was tea. So she's giving me a tour of the VIP lounge, she's giving me a tour of the bar, she's giving me a tour of just like all the amenities, telling me where the pool is at, just giving me the whole rundown of the property. I'm like, okay, like, we good. They handle that very professional. Sometimes things happen in life that you cannot control, and you just move on. Like, I can only judge you by how you handle it from here. So I'm like, okay, we good. We gonna have a good time. So I end up going to the room. Keep in mind, y'all, I don't have any bed. I don't have anything. So I was just like, for tonight, I'll just sleep on the couch. I looked into getting a hotel, but it is Detty December, and I am booking a hotel at like 6 o'clock in the afternoon. Any hotel that was in the area, they were all like $300, $400 a night where we were staying at. So I'm like, that's fine. Just provide me some bedding, some cover, a pillow, and I'll just sleep on the couch tonight. Like, it's cool. It's fine. And I was just trying to keep the peace, y'all, because I felt like at this point, it was very unprofessional. Like, you could have told me at 8 a.m. that the room was not available. You knew that somebody was staying in this room, but you waited. Like it's weird. And she was like, the room is going to be available at 9 a.m. the next morning. They're going to be checking out at 9 o'clock the next morning. All you have to do is pack your things, and we'll move your things over. Because we had an excursion at 11 o'clock, and we were leaving out at 10 o'clock. So I'm like, just to let you know, like, we won't be back home until probably like 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon, because we had an all-day excursion. So she's like, no problem, just pack up your things and we'll move them over to the next unit. Keep in mind, y'all, the unit that I originally booked through Airbnb, that unit was literally 2 doors down from the unit that they put us in, so we can like literally see people going in and out that unit. And there was also a wedding party that night. There was somebody got married. I don't know if they got married like in the area of the hotel, but basically a lot of the people that, a lot of the guests, they were like staying at the hotel, and apparently the bride was staying in the room that I had initially booked. So fast forward, the girls take a shower, they lay down, and I use one of their bathrooms. I take a shower, and we rested probably for a little bit, and then we went upstairs to the rooftop for dinner. Mind you, this is our first free dinner. Again, the hotel was beautiful. I cannot complain about the hotel. I'm gonna put like little clips in here so y'all can see the hotel. It was really, really nice. Like, the fact that the hotel was so beautiful, it looked better than the pictures, y'all. It kind of made up for the unprofessionalism at the time. So boom, fast forward, we order food for dinner. They give us the menu. I order jollof rice, some type of curry chicken, and the girl from St. Louis, she orders pizza, I think like a margarita pizza, and then I don't remember what the other girls ordered, but just know something was wrong with everybody's food, y'all. The pizza was as thick as the Bible, the old version. My chicken, I couldn't even eat my food, y'all. My chicken looked like it was chitlins with bones in it. Like, it was fried so hard, and I don't recall what was wrong with everybody else's food, but everybody's food was nasty. The only thing that I could eat was my jollof rice. My jollof rice was really, really good, but everything else was nasty. So I don't complain, because this is a free meal, so I don't complain. I don't say anything. I just drink my drink. The drinks were good. We ordered like a few margaritas, a few drinks. The drinks were good. Immediately after that, we were planning on going out, so we walked over to the bar to have a few drinks. Mind you, this is all reparations for our room that we originally booked not being available. So we get to the bar, and I like to drink tequila, y'all. So I asked him like, hey, do y'all have Casamigo? He's like, no, we don't have any Casamigo, but we have this tequila. And he shows us a bottle of Blanco. I point behind him, and I'm like pointing at the Casamigo. I'm like, can I have that Casamigo, y'all? It's Reposado right behind him. He's like, no, we don't have it. So I'm like, am I hallucinating? Like, am I hallucinating? Like, I look at the girl, and I'm like, I point, and I'm just like, okay, let me not say nothing. Maybe because it's free, she probably, Frog probably told him, give us bottom shelf drinks. Like, I didn't want to be too much, y'all. I didn't want to be confrontational or combative. So I said, okay, that's fine. He pours us up some drinks or whatever. We take a shot. Immediately after our first shot, Cindy, which is the receptionist, she's like, can I record you guys? And again, we're on vacation, we're a vibe. I'm not letting any of this bother me. Like, I'm thinking like they're correcting themselves, y'all. They're reprimanding themselves. Like, we don't have a problem. So I'm like, yeah, that's fine. You can record us while we do shots or whatever. Cheers. And we do one shot. Cheers. And then immediately after that, I'm like, we want another round. And then Cindy's like, can you guys say something for me? And I'm like, say what? And she was like, can you guys say you love Casa Grande? Casa Grande is the name of where we were staying at, y'all. That's the name of the accommodation. So again, we got a few tequilas in us. This is our first night in Ghana. Well, I had been in Ghana, but this is the first night with the girls in Ghana. So, you know, we trying to be a vibe. So I'm like, yeah, we can say that. So she's like, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. A la Casa Grande. Cheers. So if y'all see a video somewhere of me floating saying I love Casa Grande, this is before all this. Is literally day 1. And then it started to make me think, y'all. It started to make me think, either one, this is how y'all do y'all promo videos. This is how y'all do y'all reviews. Because there's a lot of videos on TikTok, on Instagram, flying around of people saying they love staying there. They had the best time there. They've had celebrities stay there, y'all. And they was just like, this is the best place to stay in Accra. Like, stay here. But really, this is just fake promo. Like, did they also not have their room and you exchanged food and drinks in exchange for a promo video? Like, did they also have these problems? And did you also have to bribe them with like food and drinks day 1? Like, I don't know, y'all. It was just weird. So immediately when she asked us to make that video for her, I started side-eyeing Sydney, because I'm like, that's weird. But at the same time, it's free, it's on the house. So we made the content, we had a few drinks, we went back in our room. This was the first night. The girls were pretty much drained, so they stayed in that night, and that was that. Fast forward to the next morning. Remember, our room, the original room that I booked, was supposed to be ready at what time, y'all? 9 o'clock. It was supposed to be ready at exactly at 9 o'clock, and we were leaving out for our excursions at 10 o'clock, and we were going to be back around 4 o'clock. This is what I told Frog. So we wake up, and I end up going out that night. So granted, I probably slept on the couch for no more than like 2 hours, because I ended up staying out late that night. And I came back and we had excursions the next day at 10 o'clock. I woke up around like 9 o'clock, and Cindy came to like knock on our door and check on us, and she saw that our bags wasn't packed. So I'm thinking like, okay, they got the room ready. No biggie, y'all. So we leave, we go to our excursions, and right before we're about to go to our excursions, y'all, a server knocks on our door. And she's like, oh, wait, I'm skipping. Let me move forward. We go ahead and leave. We leave. We go for our excursions. We have a good time. We're out all day. We're thinking, oh, when we get back, I'm gonna have my own room. I'm gonna have my own bed. Like, everybody got their own space. No, y'all. When we get back, Cindy tells us that the room is gonna be ready in 20 minutes. And I'm thinking, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4. Y'all, it's 5 o'clock when we get back. What happened to them being out the room by 9 o'clock? Like, how do we get all the way to 5 o'clock? If anything, I can see if, like, 12 o'clock, like 1 o'clock, but 5 o'clock, again, we out all day, hot, sweaty. We're ready to take a bath. We have dinner reservations. So I'm like, no, like, I'm not going for this. I need to speak to Frog. So immediately, y'all, I go on the rooftop. And I'm like, Frog, you told us that the room was going to be ready at 9 o'clock. It is 5 o'clock, day 2, and we still do not have a room. Our bags are still in the bedroom that you gave us the first night. So she's just like, oh no, I'm so sorry. The wedding party, they wouldn't leave. Y'all, let me back up. When we went back, pause, stick a pin in it, y'all. Stay right here. Back today, the night before, when we went upstairs for dinner, the server tried to have us have dinner in a VIP room. She wanted us to have dinner in a VIP room. When we got up there, there was nobody on the rooftop but the wedding party. It was like the party, the big family that had the wedding, that was staying there, that had a wedding. They were on the rooftop, but there was nobody else up there but Frog Toad, which is her husband, the mother-in-law, and the staff in this wedding party. And immediately when we got off the elevator, she escorted us to the right, and she was like, how about you guys have dinner in the VIP room? What the hell we look like having dinner in like lounge chairs? There's no tables in there. It's literally just like a lounge. If I have videos of it, I'm gonna insert it right here. And I'm just like, no, we want to eat a proper meal at a table. So I'm like, no. So I go by, and while we're waiting, because they're in the middle of doing little TikTok dances and stuff, and it's like, I don't know, y'all, it was just really weird. It was just like the whole restaurant and the whole staff, they were just catering to this wedding party, and like they weren't catering to us at all. Like the servers were like, when they were in the middle of doing like their dances and TikToks and stuff, the servers were just like watching instead of taking off. It was, I don't know, y'all, it was very peculiar. Nonetheless, back to where I was at. Damn, where was I at? Oh, it's day 2. We just got back from our excursion. I go up to the rooftop to speak to the manager because I'm like, it is 5 o'clock. You told us that they were going to be out at 9 o'clock. Again, the owner, Frog, she's apologizing profusely. She's like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I literally had to drag them out of the room. I had to have the reception come take their bags. I just didn't really want to rush them because she just got married. It was a wedding party. So fuck me. Fuck me and my crew. Fuck the money that we spent to stay here because you want to appease the wedding party. So I'm just like, I understand that. Like, you didn't want to ruin anybody's day, but at the same time, you're ruining our vacation. And at this point, I'm trying to calm some of the girls down because the girl from St. Louis, y'all, she is pissed. She's like, tell Frog to come to this room. Like, she's pissed. She's going off. And I'm the type of person, I feel like you can't fight fire with fire. Like, somebody has to be zen in the situation to get a resolution. So I'm on the rooftop and I'm talking to her and I'm just like, no, this is highly unprofessional. We're gonna need more reparations because it's the second day and our room is still not ready. Still not ready, y'all. So she's just like, what can we do for you? What can we do for you? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I just they were dragging their feet. They were making videos. They were taking their time. I just didn't want to rush them because there was a wedding party. It was a So fuck me. Fuck me and my party. So I propose something else. I'm like, outside of the food and the drinks on the last day, checkout was at 10 o'clock. But you just let these people check out at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. They literally just checked out at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, y'all. And Frog is telling me that she's going to come up there and the room is going to be ready in like 20 minutes. And she's apologizing. So I was just like, on the last day, my girls, they were gonna get a guest pass at the Kinspi Hotel. They were gonna get like a spa pass and just like leave their bags there or relax there. That was gonna cost additional money just so they'll have somewhere to leave their stuff until their flight departs. But instead, can we just do a late checkout with no additional charge? She's like, of course, if you guys wanted to stay an extra night, it would be fine. Basically, everything I say, y'all, she's agreeing to it. She doesn't have a problem with anything. She's apologizing, making it seem like she feels so bad. She keeps telling me, this has never happened before. I am so sorry. This is not. And I just keep saying, this is not okay. This is not professional. This is not okay. Like, this is not okay. Fast forward, I'll go downstairs to talk to the girls and I tell her the room is still not ready. They said it's going to be ready in like 20 minutes. And they're like, in the meantime, can we like take a shower? Is the other room still available? And I'm like, yeah, let me go see. So I go upstairs. Remember, y'all, the initial accommodation that we're supposed to have is 2 rooms down from the room that they put us in. So I'm like, I go, and as soon as I open the door, y'all, I see the housekeepers coming out of the unit that we were supposed to get with taking bedding. They have dirty linen in their hand. So I see her and I'm like, excuse me, is the unit ready? How long is this gonna take? She's like, it's gonna take 2 hours. So I go through the door, y'all. I walk around the unit and the unit is still dirty. It looked like they just left. Like, there's literally glasses out. There's excuse me, y'all, there's like blooms and it's just stuff all over the floor. It looked like they just literally left, y'all. Like, they literally just left. So I'm just like, it's gonna take 2 hours. Oh no, like, we're not doing 2 hours. So Cindy, remember, Cindy comes up there and she follows behind me and she's like, no, it's gonna be 20 minutes. She doesn't speak English. So I'm done. She don't speak English. Mind you, y'all, in Ghana, they start learning English like in grade school. They start learning English very young. So she's like, no, she doesn't really speak English. That she doesn't understand you. She don't speak English. So I'm like, she understood me just fine. She said 2 hours. 2 hours is 2 hours. Y'all, guess how long it took for us the room to be ready? Not 20 minutes like she said. It took the 2 hours. So immediately I go back downstairs and like, we just upset. I'm already putting stuff in my notes because I'm like, Amex, they don't play about their customers. I'm gonna report this. Like, this is just not okay. I don't care what y'all say. Y'all can apologize until y'all turn blue in the face. I'm still disputing this with my bank, but I'm not saying this to anybody. I'm just literally documenting all of this. I'm recording all of this. I recorded the room, like, the room is still not ready. Fast forward 2 hours later, y'all. Cindy and Ken, they come and they're like, the room is ready. As soon as we get in the room, we're pissed. The place is gorgeous, y'all. Like I said, the amenities, like, everything was up to par. Everything looked better than the picture, so that did kind of help. But after we just waited 2 hours, we had dinner reservations, we had plans. We literally, y'all, we got back at 5 o'clock. We had dinner reservations set for 8. We waited 2 hours. Now it's 7 o'clock, so nobody wants to do anything. Now the girls, they just want to stay in. Like, we just want to take a shower, wash our ass, and just call it a night. So when I get in there, I'm like, I need to speak to Frog. Tell Frog to come up here. Tell Frog, Cricket, tell everybody to come up here because we need to have a discussion. Like, this is just not okay. You went from it's gonna be ready at 9 a.m. to it's gonna be ready in 20 minutes to it being 2 hours. Mind you, this is day 2. So I'm like, I need to speak to her. And at this time, I'm trying to calm some of the girls down because I'm like, you're not gonna let the fire out with fire. Like, somebody needs to just be calm in the situation. So she finally comes to the place 2 hours later. Not 2 hours, maybe like an hour later, y'all. She comes and I'm livid. I can't even shower. I can't even relax. I can't even do anything because I'm just so bothered that you making me look bad because you're not doing what you're supposed to do. So she comes to the unit, y'all, and immediately as soon as she gets to the unit, I try to sit on the couch. Why the fuck does the couch break in half? Y'all, the couch breaks in half. And then she's like, oh my gosh, that has never happened. Girl, this must be your first year in business because why is it's so many firsts? That's never happened. This has never happened. So I'm side-eyeing her and she's just like, yes, Asia, like, what can I do for you? Again, I'm reiterating that I'm not happy. This is not okay. And y'all, before she enters the unit, when I open the door, everybody got units on their face. Like, I got a mug on my face. Everybody got units on their face. The first thing she says to me is, oh, you look like you like to fight. You like to fight. So I'm like, I wouldn't dare, like, very sarcastic. I'm just like, I wouldn't dare commit a crime in another country. And she's like, yeah, you're right. Like, basically trying to be like sassy with me. She's like, yeah, you're right. And I'm like, yeah. And then I basically just start explaining to her that I'm not happy. This is not okay. This is not acceptable. And again, y'all, it's the same apology, same on, same on. Fast forward to the next day, we had breakfast. We were getting ready to head out for breakfast. And they send a server, the same server that served us the night before. They send that same server to our unit. So she's like, here's your bill. And I'm like, bill for what? She's like, oh, let me go back. So fast forward, y'all. She leaves our unit. I take a shower. By this time, it's time for dinner. I ask the girls, do they want to go to dinner or do they just want to have dinner here at the hotel? Again, this second dinner is on them just due to all the inconveniences. And at this point, we don't want to eat at the rooftop. They don't do room service, y'all, but we were just over it. And Frog was just like, anything y'all want, y'all can pretty much have it. Basically just trying to make us happy due to all the inconveniences. So I was just like, I'm gonna call. They have like phones in the room, y'all. So I called the front desk. They came up and I'm like, can we order room service just due to all the inconveniences? Can we have our dinner upstairs? So they're like, of course, no problem. So I tell the girls, order what they want. I order something, they order a couple things, we order a few drinks, and they said tonight they were just gonna stay in because all of the inconveniences, it was just like blowing them or whatever. So I'm like, okay, we order food. We later did go to sleep. We end up going out that night. Fast forward to the next day, we're getting ready to leave out for our excursion, and one of the servers comes to our room, and she's like, here's your bill, madam. Here's your bill, madam. Bill? Madam? What bill? Frog told us this was on the house. I said, bill? I pushed it away. I'm like, we don't have a bill. She's like, yes. I said, no, you need to talk to Frog. She's like, no, Frog told me to please return the sender. Please, like, please. I was, y'all, when I say I was pissed the hell off. So I had to apologize to the server because I realized later it felt like I probably was taking it out on her. But I was just, it just blew me that she was sending us a bill after she just said all of this was on the house. So I'm like, please tell her to call me and return that, because I don't even want to look at the bill because that wasn't our agreement. I'm not paying for it. Like, we're not paying for it. And we're literally on the way out on our, like, to our excursion, y'all. So she's like, okay, I'm going to have her call you. I get into the car and we're pulling off, and Frog is just like, hey, Asia, I'm on the rooftop. Can you come talk to me? I'm like, no, we leaving for the day or whatever. Like, I don't have time to talk. I don't have time to go back. I just want to know why she's bringing us the bill. She's like, first of all, how are you doing? I'm like, I'm not doing good at all because you brought me a bill. She's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I don't know if there was a miscommunication, but you guys ordered 3,500 CDs worth of food. That's just a lot of food. That exceeded the amount of your listing. I'm like, you never specified and never said there was a limit to how much we can order. So she's trying to guilt trip me and trying to gaslight me, telling me that she had to pay that back. If you're the owner of the hotel, why would you have to pay back your servers and put the money back for the food? She's basically saying, I had to come out of pocket and pay that back because this is a business at the end of the day and I can't afford to take a loss. I told you guys you can have one dinner, but I didn't tell you that you can have this many things. You guys ordered almost 4,000 CDs worth of blah, blah, blah. Keep in mind, y'all, we didn't look at the price of anything, because when somebody says that due to the inconvenience, dinner is on them, all I know is dinner is on me. I'm not reading between the lines. I'm not looking at prices. I'm just ordering what I like. It sounds good, I'll order it. So I'm like, no, you never told us that. If you would have told me that, I would have told the girls that. And I don't know what you expect. If you're telling all of us can have dinner on you, I don't know how you would have expected that we were all going to be able to eat within under like 1,000 CDs. Like, it's not happening. So we're basically going back and forth. She's trying to make me sound like I'm crazy, like basically like that wasn't the agreement. And I'm like, that was the agreement. We go back and forth for a little bit. She ends up saying, it's fine, it's just a miscommunication. I'm like, no, there's no miscommunication. You literally did not specify that, y'all. So keep in mind, after this day, that's when the staff started moving shady. Like, they started moving like hella shady after this day. So I'm like, it's fine. If there's a number or something, you need to specify how much we can spend. And just for perspective, y'all, 3,500 CDs, that's around like $300 US. That's how much money she said that we spent within the 2 nights on the dinners. Keep in mind, we still had 2 breakfasts, but at that point, I didn't want to order anything else. I was just going to talk to Amex, because at this point, I don't have anything else to say to you, because every time you say something, you end up taking it back. Fast forward, y'all, the following day, during our stay, they have housekeeping. Every morning, housekeeping is supposed to come and like clean our rooms and like just clean up after us. Housekeeping, the lady that told us that the room was going to be ready in 2 hours, housekeeping started acting real funny. They started coming to clean our room at like 5 and 6 o'clock in the afternoon. And I'm like, this is weird. Like, and now I can't even take a bath in peace because you trying to clean my room. Like, I don't even want my room clean anymore. They stopped bringing us towels. They stopped cleaning. Anytime we would answer the phone, they wouldn't even pick up the phone. Like, the first 2 nights, they were picking up the phone. But after that day, when we ran the bill up, she was just like, I don't know what she told her staff, like, not to service us or what was going on. Like, the water wasn't even warm no more. The water temperature had dropped. Y'all, I'm sorry. I was trying to struggle through it, but it's hot. I gotta turn the air. I am so sorry. I'm about to pass out. Okay, like I was saying, so we went on our excursion. After that, I noticed the service that we started receiving, it was like very slow. The staff was being weird. Later on that night, we came back from the club, y'all, and we came back from the club, and Cindy, this is a receptionist. Again, like I said, they were very unprofessional. Cindy sees us all dressed up, and she was just like, oh my gosh, where are you guys going tonight? We tell her where we're going. She was like, can I kick it with you girls? Can I come out with y'all? And I'm not trying to be rude, but the answer was no. But I was just keeping it cool. Like, I didn't know what to say, y'all. So I'm just like, yeah, you can go out with us. So she gives me her phone number, y'all. She gives me her phone number, and she's just like, wherever you guys go tomorrow night, I'm with you guys. I want to dance. I haven't been out in so long. Mind you, y'all, Cindy, this is the same person that was moving funny and letting the manager know that I was recording. This is the same person that was lying and saying the room was going to be ready in 20 minutes when the room wasn't ready. Mind you, this is the staff. This is literally the receptionist at the front office saying that she want to go out with us. I'm not the type to just be like, no, you can't sit with us on some mean girl shit. But I was just telling her like, yeah, but I wasn't gonna respond back. Like, I wasn't gonna allow her to go out with us because, one, it's weird, and then two, it's fucking weird. So I don't know, y'all, it was just weird to me. But she starts like texting me, sending me like little outfits saying, is this okay to wear tonight? What am I wearing tonight? Like, basically wanting me to show her outfits. This is all like at 4 in the morning after leaving the club. Like, she's asking me all of these questions and stuff, and I'm just keeping it very short and cute. Fast forward, I end up not texting her back, y'all. Not because I was trying to be petty or anything, but I was literally exhausted. Like, I was tired, so I just didn't text her back. The next morning, one of the girls needed to order, I think they went to order something, y'all. And Cindy had texted my number and was just like, hey, you guys have already spent X amount. So if you need to order something, you're gonna have to order it through me. Don't order it directly through the server, because the server, we just put the order in. The server doesn't know what's going on between me, the manager. They don't know anything. We put in orders and they just order. So she's like, you need to order stuff through me. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. I text the group chat. I tell the girls, if y'all need to order something, let me know and I'll order it through her. Why we end up ordering something, y'all? The service at the hotel was fast the entire time, but after that time, with me not texting her back, she took like 2 hours to text me back to order something. By the time she did text me back, I had already told her that they had already went upstairs and had just ordered at the restaurant. Like, they started moving hella funny, hella unprofessional. Fast forward, during the trip, this is a little interlude. This is a story within the story. Like I told you at the beginning of the story, a whole bunch of people's phones and belongings were getting stolen. They were pickpocketing real bad out there. It was a lot of people. We were in tight spaces. And one night, after the concert, there was these guys. They were basically asking us like, hey, can we like have your wristband? Like, can we have your wristband? Like, anytime there's parties and things, they'll be like little boys and like locals, they'll try to like make money off of anything. So instead of like giving them money or just buying something pointless, y'all, I was like, yeah, you can have my wristband. And they were doing this discreetly because they did have like cops and stuff out.
You be doing push-ups? What I say?
I don't
exercising.
I do
yeah, push-ups. They call it push-ups. Yeah. Pull-ups. Yeah. You can pick me up, huh? You think you can pick me up? Yeah. Can he handle me? He can handle it. You can't. He can.
They'll get in trouble for like taking our wristband. So he pulls me to the side. It wasn't just me, y'all. It was me and some of the girls. He was literally taking our wristbands off, but mine was on really, really tight. This was a festival wristband, and I'm assuming he was trying to sell it to somebody. I don't know how this was going to work in his favor, y'all, because you also needed a QR code to get into this festival. So I don't know how this was going to work, but I told him, yeah, if you can get it off my wrist, you can take it. As in the mix of him taking this off my wrist, y'all, he like slipped my ring off my finger, and I caught it. And I'm not going to say he did it intentionally, because immediately when I caught it, I was just like, oh shit, like, I grabbed my ring back or whatever, and he slipped the whatchamacallit. He was just like, thank you. But because of that, I was just like, I'm gonna leave my ring like off. I'm gonna leave my ring at the hotel for the remainder of the trip. I'm just gonna leave my ring off. And I know sometimes when people travel to certain places, they get like dupe rings, or they don't wear their ring at all. And I didn't think anything of it, y'all. So I'm just like, I'm just gonna leave it at the house anytime I go out. I'm not gonna put my ring on because I'll be sad if I accidentally misplace or somebody steals my ring off my finger. So fast forward, we out, we about, I don't think anything of it. Going forward from this day on, from that night forward, I leave my ring at the house, y'all. Keep in mind, there's little things that's been happening, but I'm not gonna really go into details. There's little things like with the accommodation, like the water. I told y'all the water stopped working completely. Like the water pressure got low, the water was cold for like the remainder of the trip. Like when things started going left, all of a sudden we didn't deserve hot water. Like it was weird, y'all. It was so weird. And I'm not saying this coming from a place that's like you can't expect. No, I wasn't entitled. I knew that they intentionally had turned the hot water off because the water was flaming. Like, y'all, the water was hell hot prior to all of these incidents. And then I'm not texting the receptionist back and she can't go out with us. Now all of a sudden there's an issue. So fast forward to the following day, I end up going out. And I got back home at like 5 in the morning and I'm like really dressed up. And Cindy is like sitting at the desk and she sees me and she's just like, oh my gosh, you look so pretty. Can you do a video for me? And I'm like, a video? She's like, yeah, can you do a promo video? You haven't done a video yet. And keep in mind, y'all, I'm tired as hell. It's 5 a.m. in the morning. I'm like, excuse me? Like, what type of video? She's like, a promo video. Can you do a promo video for me? So I'm like, nah, like, I'm tired. I'll do it later. But I'm not gonna do it later, y'all. I'm just telling her that, whatever. I get in the elevator and I'm like, what the hell? That's when it really started to connect to me. I'm like, she's like, you didn't do a promo video. So I'm assuming anybody that stay there, she gets them to make like promo videos sitting in the lobby while they're all dressed up saying how much they love the place. And I'm confused because you would have the audacity to be asking me to do a promo video when your manager just tried to charge me for something that she said it was going to be on the house due to all the inconveniences. It was just weird, y'all. It was like they were on a planet, but it was not Earth. So I was just like, y'all, I've realized while I'm editing this, I left so much details out. I just left so much out. So I do want to add this in there because it's important. So remember how I told y'all they were bringing the bills and I told her, I don't know who's paying it. George Washington, Lincoln. I'm not paying the bill. Another server came. It was the same server. She came the following day, sent me a bill for a ginger ale. Like I wasn't feeling good and I had just ordered a ginger ale and they were right. Like I'm supposed to be ordering like with my food, like a meal and drinks. I'm not supposed to be doing anything extra. So I did order a ginger ale and I did owe them for this ginger ale. Why did homegirl bring me a bill for 45 CDs for a ginger ale? Y'all, 45 CDs, that's five US dollars. And this was a Canada Dry. They don't have Canada Dry in Ghana, but y'all, it was their version of ginger ale. She charged me $5 for a can of ginger ale. And I'm like y'all, like, stuff was just not making sense. Ginger ale in the United States doesn't cost $5. So why the hell is ginger ale costing $5 in Ghana? Like, it was weird. Like, she was just making up prices of things for me to pay for just for her to try to get her money back. But I paid it because that was something that was not a part of the agreement. I don't know. It was weird. So I told the other girls, if they approach you about doing a promo video, tell them no, because I don't know, that's just weird to me. Like, you haven't been taking care of us, but you want promotion. Like, it's fucking weird. Fast forward, y'all, to the following day. I think, I want to say, it was one of the girls' birthday. I paid the, what do you call them? The housekeeping. I paid the housekeepers to set their room up while we were gone. Usually I set this stuff up like at the beginning of the trip, but like I said, we didn't have our original room until damn near day 3 of the trip. So I paid the housekeeping to set their rooms up, to decorate the rooms for them. When I paid them, the housekeeping lady was just like, did you tell Frog about this? And I was like, why do I need to tell Frog that you guys are setting some stuff up? And she was like, because sometimes when you guys are gone, they enter the unit, like they may enter the unit. And I'm just like, well, why would they be entering our unit? Like, how are they gonna know about this? She was just like, I don't want them to come and see this and they find out that we did this. And I was just like, know, like if they ask me, I can just let them know that I set it up. I don't know, y'all. They were making a really big deal about setting up the room. They was acting like they didn't want to get in trouble. They were asking me if I told the receptionist or if I told anybody about this, because I had paid 2 of them a couple CDs just to set the bed up, to set the decor and stuff up. And she was just like, we'll do it, but if anybody asks, like, just say that you set it up. And I'm just like, okay, like, it's not a big deal. But keep in mind, y'all, she said when we are not there, the hosts, they would enter our room. Like, when we're not there, they would be entering our room, which I typically don't have a problem with that. But knowing that everything is going on, like, bitch, you don't want me to have no hot water. You don't want us to you want to accommodate other guests over us. So I don't feel comfortable with leaving my things out, and I don't feel comfortable with you coming in my room if you're not housekeeping. The housekeeping people, they were so sweet, but the staff was just weird, y'all. So when she said that to me, I let the other girls know, like, hey, it's a possibility, like, when you're gone, like, don't leave anything important out. And they did not have safes at Accra Ghana. They didn't have safes at all, y'all. Or if they did, I personally did not see them. So I was like, don't leave anything out that you wouldn't care to lose. Like, don't leave anything out. And they're like, no, I've been carrying my passport. We were thinking crazy. Like, some people are real devious and vengeful. You just never know. Somebody could take your passport and you be stuck in a damn country, or you have to go through some extra stuff. So everywhere I went, like, every time I left, I made sure I kept all my documents on me. I made sure I didn't leave any money, anything important in there. The only thing I did leave in there, y'all, I left my ring in there, but I wasn't thinking anything of it. And I left it with all my other, like, jewelry and stuff. And I made sure, like, I tucked everything away. Fast forward, y'all, the trip is winding down. I'm trying to think if I missed anything. Of course, there was other little things, but this video would be 2 hours long if I pinpointed every little thing that the staff that was doing that was just peculiar to me. But fast forward, on the last day, remember the agreement that I told y'all at the beginning that Frog told us we could do a late checkout. We could do a late checkout due to the fact of us not having our room. My flight departed at 11 o'clock. So I was on my way to the airport at 9 a.m. Prior to that, there was a party. There was an all-white party the day before we left. So we stayed out till like 3, 4 a.m. in the morning. I literally went from the club back to the house to go pack. From packing to the airport, y'all, like, literally it was one of those type of trips. So in the midst of packing, y'all, I put my ring aside, because I'm like, when I wake up in the morning, I'm gonna grab my ring, I'm gonna put on my airport fit, I'm gonna do, like, put on my face moisturizer, put on my sunglasses, like, anything I needed to put on to go to the airport. I left that out, and everything else I pretty much packed in my bag. Keep in mind, y'all, I'm sleep deprived at this point. This is where I'm gonna take accountability, because your girl, I should have been a little more responsible. But I wash clothes at the end of my trip. I don't like going home with dirty clothes. And then y'all know what they say, it's bad luck to go into the New Year's with dirty clothes, with dirty drawers. Like, you don't do it. So I washed all of my clothes. I didn't want to come back home with dirty clothes. They had a type of washer where even if you turned the washer off or ended the cycle, if the clothes were too wet, like if the clothes weren't drained enough, the washer would not open. And I ended up waking up literally at, like, my driver kept calling me and I kept falling asleep, y'all. I was so sleep deprived. I ended up getting up at like 9 o'clock to officially put on my clothes. Mind you, my flight departed at 11 o'clock. Thank God Ghanaians move on Ghanaian time. They don't move how they move in the States. So I made my flight by the grace of Ghanaians. But y'all, literally, it's 9 o'clock. And I had to leave half of my clothes in the washer because I did not want to miss my flight. I did not want to miss my flight. So I called Cindy. I called the receptionist and I'm like, hey, the washer is not opening. I just ended my cycle like 30 minutes ago. And she's like, if it's not opening, it's because they're not done. And I'm like, I literally turned the bitch off. Like, I turned it off and turned it back on, y'all. It was weird. Like, it was like the washer had a mind of its own. It would not stop. She's like, yeah, the only thing you can do is just wait. You have to wait. So I left half of my clothes there. I'm rushy because I'm feeling like I'm about to miss my flight. So I left, y'all, and mind you, I was supposed to be out of the hotel. The plan was for me to head to the airport at 8 o'clock, but like I said, the driver kept calling me and I kept falling asleep. The driver kept calling me and I kept falling asleep, y'all. So fast forward to I eventually came downstairs. The driver is literally doing 60 the whole way to the airport trying to get me here. We finally make it to the airport. it's just hectic the whole way there, y'all. Like literally my flight was supposed to leave at 11 o'clock. They moved my flight to leave at 10:10. Like, and Ghana, the people at the airport, the agents, they be doing what they want to do. They moved my flight up because I had a layover in Togo, and they was just like, your 11 o'clock flight is delayed, so if we put you on the 11 o'clock flight, you're probably going to miss your connecting flight back to New York. So instead, we're going to push you through and put you on a 10:10 flight. So for the next couple hours, it was hectic. I paid for Wi-Fi on my flight, but for some reason, the Wi-Fi, it did not connect, y'all. I didn't have Wi-Fi the entire time while I was flying. I was in the air for over 10 hours, and I did not have Wi-Fi, although I paid for Wi-Fi, y'all. So by the time I got home, and I didn't get home, it was like literally a 20-hour travel day. I got home the next day, unpacked stuff, and that's when I realized, oh shit, I left my ring on a dresser in my room. So immediately, all the girls are gone at this point. I reach out to the host, I contact her, and I reach out to Cindy, and I'm like, hey, can you ask the housekeeper if they seen a ring, da 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 da. Like, I'm explaining to them how the ring looks, where I could have left it at. And Cindy is just like, the other guests already checked in, but we'll go knock and we'll ask them if they seen it. Mind you, when it was our unit, y'all was running up and through our shit when we weren't there. So now that another guest is there, you're talking about some that's something else that I left out, y'all. Another thing that I left out is day one of the trip, it didn't happen to me because day one I did not have a room, but one of the girls was just like, somebody came in their room, basically like bust into their room. It was just like, hey, did you see blah blah blah? Like somebody barged into our place asking us, did they leave something? But when I'm asking the host, Cindy, mind you, this is the same person that wanted to turn up, go to the club with us, but you can't go and check to see if I left anything. You're saying that you're gonna have to put it in the hands of the other guests. Y'all, long story short, she told me they did not find it, they did not see it. So at this point, I was already contacting Airbnb just to let them know about all the unprofessionalism, everything that happened. And we basically went back and forth, and she said that the host would not give me a refund because she felt like the agreement was the food, and because we agreed to the food, we didn't deserve a refund. And I'm literally telling Airbnb, it was a multitude of things. It wasn't just the room not being ready. And two, you knew the room wasn't ready the day that we checked in. Like, before we even checked in, you could have told me that at 8 a.m. You waited until the last minute to let us know, hey, but you knew you overbooked yesterday. You knew you overbooked weeks ago, because this was booked months ago, so you already knew that. But yeah, y'all, that's pretty much the story on how, I don't know what to name the story time, just basically how I had a terrible Airbnb experience. Again, this didn't have anything to do with my experience in Ghana, because if you follow me on Instagram, like I said, y'all, I had a time. I had so much fun. Definitely going back to Ghana, definitely doing Detty December again. The people, the food, the girls, it was a vibe outside of this Airbnb situation. And my man, he not even that mad. I thought he was gonna be mad, but my man said he'll buy me another ring, so we good. But yeah, that's pretty much what happened with my engagement ring with the Airbnb. And like I said, y'all, I'm not taking accountability, because I know I should have made sure I had adequate sleep so I could have acted accordingly, so I could have brought my ring back. But at the same time, I'm sure, like, I don't misplace stuff. I know exactly where I left. I put my ring on either of the nightstands. So the fact that you're saying you didn't see it, I can't believe it. I don't believe it, y'all. And then Airbnb, they're only offering me $200, and they're saying they're offering us that out of the kindness of like their pockets, because they're saying that Frog, she won't leap, like she won't give them anything. So I'm like, it's okay. I'm gonna dispute this. I'm gonna talk to Amex about this. I really don't care, y'all. But yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if y'all can do me a favor, I don't even think you can leave reviews on properties on Airbnb. Like, you literally have to stay there to leave a review. I'm gonna link the listing down below. Just report the listing, because I would hate for this to happen to anybody else. And again, I'm not saying that they stole my ring. All I'm saying is it was just a lot of unprofessionalism. It was a lot of deceit. It was a lot of false promises, saying you was gonna do this and then bringing me a bill. Like, huh? How that make sense? Like, girl, it was just a lot. It was a lot, but nonetheless, I still enjoyed my time in Ghana. It did not ruin my trip, but that was one of the most absurd experiences that I've ever had with Airbnb. I book Airbnb a lot. I booked them faithfully, so I just knew they would have had a better resolution to the problem. But y'all, they really didn't help me at all. So if y'all can go ahead and report the listing. And for those of you that asked where I stayed at Accra Ghana, and no, I do not recommend it. Yes, the place was beautiful, the aesthetics was there, but professionalism trumps all. Like, I don't care how beautiful it is. Like, I don't care. Like, that's like eating a meal and it look good, but it tastes like shit. Like, you eating decoration. Like, I don't care about that. I really am big on professionalism and principle. I don't care how cute the spot looks. So if you want to stay somewhere cute, then book it. But if you want to stay somewhere that's professional, I would just recommend you stay somewhere else, girl. But yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see y'all in my next story time. Mwah. Peace. I look good. I look good.